Hi all, welcome to the Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. So today on 22nd April 2019, our topics are Election Commission, Drug Technical Advisory Board, Garia Puja, Dhan Yojana, Map Aided Program and PQRS. So our first topic, that is Election Commission. So why in news? Because the Election Commission issued several show cause notices on violating the Model Code of Conduct. Okay, that is the news. So talking about the Election Commission of India, it is the creation of the Constitution, and Article 324 deals with the Election Commission, and the Article 324, it gives the supreme power to the Election Commission and says that the superintendence, then the direction and control of all election, that is whether it be a parliamentary election or a state legislative election or the election of president or vice president, everything shall be vested in the Election Commission. And he can take any action to ensure that the election procedure are free and fair. Okay, and the CSE, it cannot be removed from the office except in the manner provided for the removal of Supreme Court judge. So it can only be removed from the office similar to the procedure of the removal of a Supreme Court judge. And next is the, has the Election Commission always been a multi-member body, or what is it, talking about the Constitution of Election Commission. So initially it was a single Chief Election Commission, that is in 1952, but in 1989 two more election commissioners were appointed. Okay, so we can say that the Election Commission, it has become a 3-member panel, and its decision making where within the panel it is by the majority. And about the removal, as I said, it is similar to the removal of the Supreme Court judge. And the thing to be noted that in 1995, the Supreme Court held that the election commissioners are on a par with the CSE. And it also said that the latter is not superior in standing with the other commissioners. Okay, then let's discuss what are the possible actions that it can take against the candidates or the parties and its limitations. So first, about the possible actions, that the election commissioner, it can monitor the adherence of political parties and candidates to follow the Model Code of Conduct. And the another thing is that it does not have to, it does not have a statutory value, and it is only enforced by the moral and constitutional authority of the Election Commission. Okay, and another power is that if the violation, if they found that the violations, they are the offences under election law and also the criminal law, then the Election Commission, he can register the case against the offender. So if they found that he is culprit both by the election law and as well as the criminal law, then the Election Commission can register cases against the offenders, and he can also give advice or censure the candidates in addition to the registration of case. Okay, and the Election Commission can bar candidates or leaders from campaigning for specified periods, specified time. And the power, it also extends to, he can even postpone the election or can cancel an already notified election. Then about the limitation, the Election Commissioner does not have the power to disqualify candidates who commit electoral malpractice, and also he does not have the power to deregister any political party. And next is an important point, that the Constitution empowers this Election Commission to decide whether a candidate is incurred his disqualification. He is incurred disqualification either by holding an office of profit under the appropriate government, or has been declared as an insolvent, or they found that he had acquired a citizenship from a foreign state. So if such questions arises, that is incurred by any of these disqualification, then the president or the governor, they has to refer it to the election commission. Okay, that's all about the first topic. Then our second topic, it is Drug Technical Advisory Body, that is DTAB. So the news is that this DTAB, it recommended that the government procurement agencies, they should take necessary steps to include the regional languages along with English on the labels of iron tablets and polio drops. Okay. So talking about this DTAB, it is the highest statutory decision making body on what? On technical matters related to the drugs in the country. And it is constituted as per the Drugs and Cosmetic Act of 1940. And it is a part of Central Drugs Standard Control Organization, that is CDSCO, under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Okay, so about the Drugs and Cosmetics Act of 1940. So it regulates the import, manufacture and distribution of drugs in India. So three things: import, manufacture and distribution of drugs in India. And its primary objective is to ensure that the drugs and cosmetics which are sold in India, they are safe. Okay, they also ensure that the drugs and cosmetics which are sold in India, they are safe. And about CDSCO, as I said, it is the national regulatory body for Indian pharmaceuticals and medical science. And we can say that it is the central drug authority for discharging those functions which are assigned to the central government under the Drugs and Cosmetic Act. And they works under the Directorate General of Health Services, that is under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And within the CDSCO, there is the Drug Controller General of India. Okay, that is DCGI. And this DCGI, it is advised by two bodies. They are DTAB and DCC. DTAB stands for Drug Technical Advisory Board and DCC means Drug Consultative Committee. So this Drug Controller General of India, he is advised by two bodies, that is DTAB and DCC. Clear? Some of the major functions of the CDSCO, it includes that they comes under the Drug and Cosmetic Act. They are regulatory control over the import of drugs and also approval of new drugs and clinical trials. Then they also decide regarding the meetings of this DCC and DTAB. Then laying down different standards for drugs. These are some of the major functions of CDSCO. Okay, then our next topic, it is Garia Puja. Actually, it is a festival which is celebrated in Tripura, and the news is that the devotees, they celebrated this Garia Puja festival in Agartala. Okay, so talking about this Garia Puja, it is a puja which is done by the tribes of states of Tripura. Actually, it is a 3-day festival, and this festival is conducted in the honor of the deity Baba Garia. Actually, it is celebrated every year annually, and it is usually celebrated on the first day of the Hindu calendar, that is on Vaishak, and it is a harvest festival by the ethnic tribes, that is Jumiyas, that is the ethnic tribe people. And this celebration, it usually begins from the last day of March-April. And another peculiar thing is that they also worship a bamboo pole. Okay, this bamboo pole, it is worshipped with flowers and garlands, and actually it symbolizes the Lord Garia. And as I said, this is conducted by the tribal group Jumiyas. They practice this shifting type of agriculture, that is Jum cultivation. We heard about Jum cultivation. Actually, this Jumiya tribe, they practice shifting cultivation or Jummi. That's about this Garia Puja. Then next topic, that is Dhan Yojana. Why it came in news is that the total deposits in bank accounts which are opened under this Dhan scheme, they cross rupees 1 trillion soon. Okay, that is the news. So we know that about this Dhan Yojana, it is the national mission of financial inclusion, and it is named as the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Yojana. And its main purpose is to ensure that the poor, the most poorest people, they will also get an access to various financial services. That is their main aim. And its primary objective, we can say that it is to ensure that every people have access to various financial services, like even a basic savings banking account, then insurance, pension, or all these facilities are given to weaker sections and low income groups. Okay, that is its main objective, and it is launched on August 28, 2014, and its aim is to provide universal access to banking facilities with at least one basic banking account for every household. Okay, so to provide universal access to banking facilities with at least one basic banking account for every household. And thereby it envisages channeling of all government benefits to beneficiaries' account directly. That is, they promote direct benefit transfer scheme. And some of its features are, so earlier the government had already given an accidental insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh, and it has been enhanced to 2 lakh. Now, so earlier it was 1 lakh and now it was enhanced to 2 lakh for new accounts open after August 28, 2018. And the beneficiaries, they would also get a RuPay debit card having an inbuilt accident insurance cover. And then after satisfactory operation of the account for at least 6 months, an overdraft facility will also be permitted, and this overdraft limit, it was doubled to rupees 10,000. Okay, and another peculiar feature is that this scheme, it provides life cover of rupees 30,000, that is payable on death of the beneficiaries, but they have to fulfill certain eligible criteria. So they will get an amount of rupees 30,000. Okay, that is this amount is been given as a death on the occurrence of death as a if they fulfill certain eligible criteria. Clear? And in map aided program today we will be having Mount Agung. Actually, it's an active volcano in the Indonesian region, and it has erupted again. And two other volcanoes are also there, that is Mount Bromo in East Java and Mount Merapi, it is located in the Yogyakarta, and they also continues to erupt. Okay, so along with this Mount Agung, these two mountains, they also erupt. And talking about this Mount Agung, it is an active volcano in Bali of Indonesia, and it is the highest point on Bali, and the most important temple on Bali, that is Pura Beshak, it is located in this Mount Agung, and it dominates the surrounding area. They also influence the climate and especially the rainfall patterns of Bali region. Okay, here you can see the Mount Agung. Okay, Mount Agung. And in prelims question revision series, today our question is, which of the following measures would result in an increase in the money supply in the economy? Okay, so first option, that is purchase of government securities from the public by the central bank. Then second option, deposit of currency in commercial banks by the public. Then third option, borrowing by the government from the central bank. Then fourth one, sale of government securities to the public by the central bank. So select the correct answer using the codes given below. And our options are A, 1 only, B, 2 and 4 only, C, 1 and 3, and D, 2, 3 and 4. So the thing is that here the question is related to increase in the money supply in the economy. So please note that increase in the money supply in the economy will happen only if that there will be a money flow from the RBI. That is, money flows out of the RBI, then only this there will be an increase in the money supply in the economy. So you have to remember that thing in mind. So talking to the first option, that is purchase of government securities from the public by the central bank. That is, this RBI, they are buying the securities from the public bank. So it can be either be a bond. So if either be a bond or anything, they are buying. So actually the RBI, they are there will be supply of money. The RBI is lending money. So actually there will be money supply will increase naturally. So that option is correct. Then second one, deposit of currency in commercial banks by the public. It's only transfer of money. This public is depositing money in the commercial bank. There won't be any money supply increase. There won't be increase in the money supply. Actually, that is simply a transfer of money. So that option is wrong. So here you can understand that option 2 is wrong. Then simply you can eliminate option B and D. So remaining option is A and C. So again coming to option 3, borrowing by the government from the central bank. That is, the government, it is borrowing money from the central bank. So in order to meet that need, the RBI, they have to print new notes. So naturally there will be increase in the money supply. So our option 3, it will also be correct. So definitely our answer will be C, that is 1 and 3. Then we can also discuss option 4, that is sale of government securities to the public by the central bank. So we can understand that that option is wrong, because there won't be any increase in the money supply when the sale of government securities to the public by the central bank happens. Okay. So our answer is C, that is 1 and 3. So our answer is C. That's all for today's session. You can download the material from the link given below. Thank you for listening.